Let's have a look at how to use specialized functions in Excel. Some situations require that a function be nested inside of another function. This means that you're using the results of the nested function as arguments. Using another function as one of the arguments in the formula expands what the original function can do. Here is an example of a nested function. The two sum functions have been nested inside of a single if function. The if function will often have other functions nested inside it. The if is a useful function as it tests to see if something is true or not and asks Excel to do different things based on the result. We'll be looking at this in more detail later. The way this example works is that if the sum of data in cells A1 to A5 is greater than 10, then this formula will sum the values of cells A6 to A10 and display that result instead. If the sum of data in cells A1 to A5 is less than 10, then 0 will be displayed instead. By default, Excel workbooks will calculate the results of formulas automatically. Occasionally, you may want to switch your workbook calculations to manual recalculation so that you have more control over when formulas are calculated. Typically, you would do this if you're working with a particularly large workbook and the response times in Excel are slowed when you change a value and numerous formulas calculate the results of this change at the same time. To change the calculation options, click the Formulas tab and then Calculate Options. This drop-down menu includes the automatic default, automatic except for data tables, and manual options. If you switch to the manual option, you can then calculate formulas in your workbook manually by clicking Calculate Now. Alternatively, you can also choose to calculate only those formulas on the current worksheet by clicking Calculate Sheet. To make creating and reviewing worksheets a bit easier, you can show the formulas instead of the result on the worksheet and the printed page. To do this, click the Formulas tab and then Show Formulas. This action shows formulas within the sheet instead of the calculated results.